gosh. Hi, my name's Casey, and you're watching Case Face. I've wanted to make this video for a really long time, and I'm finally getting the guts up to make it. Does my room feel like it's crooked? Do I feel like we're crooked? This is gonna take a while. Okay. If you're lesbian or gay or bisexual, transgender, queer, etc., 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 and you have come out to people and you've started talking about it, you know this question. Why do you need to come out? Like, why do you need to, talk about it? I don't understand. Like, we accept you. Like, why do you need to, express your thoughts and your feelings and your perspective? But it stings in your little heart just a little bit because for, years you've been completely silent, and now you're finally being genuine and you're finally talking to people, and then they're just kind of, shoving it back down your throat. Well, if you weren't sure how to respond to that, or you're starting to come out and anticipating this question, I would love to tell these people for you. Cue the video up to right here, put them in front of it, and we will have a heart-to-heart about why you are coming out. Are you here? Are you ready? Are they here? Hello, friend, or mom, dad, brother, sister, extended relative, colleague, classmate, neighbor, crush, guy who hits on you at the gym all the time. How you doing? Is someone that you care about or that cares about you trying to talk to you about something that makes you a little uncomfortable and that maybe you don't understand? And are you maybe being a little bit insensitive? It's okay. Society raised you to be like this. Just sit back and we will talk about why people come out.
Yeah, no music.
All types of people come out. Everybody comes out in their own way. Human gender and sexuality is a massive part of who we are. Well, for starters, let's talk about our culture. We live in what's called a heteronormative culture, in which across the board it is assumed that you are heterosexual unless a distinction is made otherwise. Now, when you ask why someone needs to come out, in essence you are saying, why can't this person just let everyone assume that they're heterosexual? And with that, I think it's probably safe to say that you might think everybody might want to be considered heterosexual. Or maybe that everyone might want to be heterosexual. Now let me ask you this. What if we lived in an apple normative world where everywhere you went, you saw people with apples? And it's just assumed across the board that everybody loves apple. And every party you go to has apple food and apple treats and apple desserts and apple juice, and you're expected to bring apples with you. And you are expected to love apples and take apples on dates and marry apples. And maybe you just like oranges. Maybe you just like oranges. Can you honestly tell me that you would go to every single one of those apple parties and just suck it up for the rest of your life and just eat apples? No, of course not. You would bring oranges, and you would try to tell people how great oranges are so that maybe your friends could understand that you like oranges and that you don't like apples. And you'd bring oranges to the party so that you could enjoy an orange while everybody else enjoyed an apple. Your person is just trying to tell you that they like oranges instead of apples. Secondly, most heterosexual people don't think that they come out. I don't understand this at all. I don't understand why you need to come out as homosexual or as transgender or queer or bisexual, because I never had to come out as heterosexual. Are you for real? Please. Now, the reason this is the case is because the majority of heterosexual people don't understand how they exhibit their heterosexuality. They assume that orientation is only expressed behind closed doors in a sexual way. They don't understand that orientation is more than a sexual distinction. It is also a social distinction and a cultural distinction. I want you to ask yourself some questions. Have I ever flirted with someone of the opposite sex that I was attracted to? You just came out! Have I ever exhibited PDA with my significant other? You just came out! Have I ever worn something or listened to something or said something or watched something because of society's definition of what is appropriate and acceptable of my gender portrayal? You just came out! Etc., etc., etc. It's part of how we talk and walk and live. That we are all just coming out all of the time. But you don't realize that you're coming out because we live in a society that makes it as easy for you as breathing. You breathe heterosexually. And that's okay. And obviously this person cares about you enough that they want you to understand. So please don't take this next part as an attack. But your question of why this person needs to come out or wants to come out is an indication of your ignorance of how difficult it is and how taxing and how conscious it is to fake what you do as easily as breathing. Your person has altered themselves in so many ways. They may have altered how they dress, how they do their hair, how they talk or walk. I mean, all the way down to how long they hold eye contact with somebody. You know, they probably let go of hugs first, as a rule. Well, you just breathe. And the last part is probably the hardest. Your person coming to you and coming out to you is another way of them saying, I have reached into the bottom of my soul until I couldn't dig any further. And I came out with something that is deeply personal. And something that I knew all along, but I hoped and prayed wasn't true. And not because it's wrong, and not because it's bad, but because it's hard. They are venturing to say, I am acceptable. After so many times saying, no one could accept me. They're taking control of their self-abuse and their self-hate, and they're saying, it stops here. They're creating safe space in which they can live and work and grow and breathe. Phobia does not equal hate. Hate can grow out of phobia, but phobia really just means fear. And phobia can be as simple as discomfort or an inability to show love and compassion and a desire for understanding. Acceptance does not look the same in all circumstances. It's different across the board because every person is different. And every circumstance and every relationship is different. The way that you accept your person is going to be different than the way someone else does. And that's okay. As long as it is based and founded in compassion. And guess what? It's not your person's job to cater to your phobias. It's your person's job to love you. And obviously they do. Ask them how you can be an advocate for them in helping them to be okay with themselves and happy about who they are. Thank you for being the person that you are. Thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you for understanding and listening, and just thank you. And if you still don't understand after all of this, I'll tell you what. Get dressed up, go to a gay bar, and if you can make it one night without telling anybody there that you're straight, well, you'll have like the itty-bittiest, tiniest little view. Thank you for watching. Please share this with anybody that you think could benefit. Whatever insights that you have, please post them in the comments. We would really love to gain from your understanding and your perspective. I'll definitely be making more videos on this subject, and so stay tuned and we will learn together. But I'm not going back in there. As Hannah Hart said in her coming out series, being in the closet really just means that you're standing all by yourself in the dark. Like the video if you liked it. I make videos every Wednesday. I haven't for a really long time, honestly because I've been waiting to make this video. Come, join us. Come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Okay, bye.